Hello and welcome back to my channel where you'll find all things cleaning, organizing, and lifestyle. Today's video is all about closet organization. I am sharing how I structure my closet when I'm getting it organized and all the favorite products that I used, so let's get into it. Okay, so here's my closet space. This is a little bit of a zoomed out view for you just so you can see everything and see how I have everything structured in here. I feel like this space is evolving a little bit, but for the most part, I kind of have everything in its exact home, and that feels so amazing. So I'm gonna break this video into two parts. The first is going to be my favorite closet organization products that I feel like have made this space what it is. And then the second part is going to be giving you kind of my step-by-step process that I use when I'm organizing my closet, how I set everything up, and how you can replicate this at home. So starting with my products, you're gonna notice everywhere in my closet, I have matching hangers. I swapped out black velvet hangers for these beige hangers because I thought they would look really pretty in this space. But you can see everything is uniform, everything is matching, and that is going to be the first thing that I recommend for any closet. If you want to give yourself an instant facelift in the way that your space looks, get matching hangers. It doesn't matter if they're velvet, plastic, really whatever you prefer, but as long as they are the same color and they are the same hanger, it will make everything look super uniform, and it's just going to give you structure and an immediate organized look. Okay, second product is actually going to be utilizing baby hangers specifically for your bottoms. If you've ever tried hanging a pair of denim or pants on a regular hanger, you probably have seen the way that they like slide back and forth, or they weigh the hanger down to a certain side. And so I started using baby hangers just to give everything a little bit more structure. It's a little bit more proportional and just fits the pants way better. So that has become one of my favorite products for storing bottoms. And then you can see here, I also used them for sports bras. So anything like tanks, crops, anything without sleeves or pants would be awesome to use on these baby hangers. They also take up way less space in terms of how far they stick out, so it just kind of gives everything a more clean look. And then I'm sure you noticed these tiny little hooks that I have on here that are keeping my sets together. These hanger hooks are super inexpensive, and they are one of my all-time favorite closet organization products because they can do so much for you. So obviously you can see here, they are keeping all of my matching sets together, which is the first way that I love to use them. That's great for workout sets, sweat sets. If you have a lot of business casual wear or business suits, you can keep those together. Another way I like to use these is for styling outfits. So if you prefer to plan ahead on your outfits, or you're planning for like a specific event, these are awesome at like keeping an entire outfit together and categorized. Not only that, but they are the best space-saving hack of all time. You can see I have got 3 tanks layered here with these hanger hooks, but it takes up a fraction of the hanging space, and I did this down the line with some of my other tanks. This is one of the best ways to utilize this product if you don't have a ton of bar space or hanging space in your closet and you have a lot of clothes. This will allow you to hang double the clothes while taking up the same amount of space, and it's also really easy to get your products on and off the other hangers. This is another one of my absolute must-have products. It's these beautiful shoe shelves. I have actually had these for years. They're the best. You can get these on Target and on Amazon, and they are stackable. So this is 2 separate shelves stacked on each other, and you can go all the way up if you need to. They are very elevated. They're very inexpensive, and they just give your shoes some structure and protection and organization, and they just make everything look very nice. So these are a must-have product. And then up above, I have some of my favorite closet bins. Obviously these are see-through, so whatever you're storing in bins like this, if you're gonna opt for something really pretty and sleek like this, you want it to be something that's not very busy. So for example, I've got my hats, my baseball caps, and then some of my off-season shorts. These are also great for storing like sweaters, hoodies, crew necks, anything that you're folding down and want to keep up out of the way. These are beautiful for that. Probably not going to be the best if you're trying to hide a bunch of random things though. I probably wouldn't opt for these in that situation, but if you want something a little bit more elevated that shows all your favorite things, these are great, and they're from the Container Store. So those are my product recommendations. I don't really like to go super product heavy in the closet, just the basic things that I think will really elevate the space and make it more functional. So those are my top choices. Moving on to the structure of the space. So you can see I kind of have my closet broken into 2 sides. If your closet is not structured that way, Does not matter at all. You're just gonna follow the same principle on one hanging shelf, but basically I just like to break everything up by type. So this is all my athleisure, comfy wear, and then this is more of like my everyday, dressier, event type wardrobe. So obviously I have the luxury of dividing them with these shelves here, but if I didn't, I would just have all of my athleisure here, followed by all of my rest of the clothes behind it to keep it separate. And a little visual tip, you wanna work from the least heaviest looking clothes all the way to the heaviest. So in the back is where I have my hoodies, and in the front is where I have my crops and my tanks, because it's just a little bit easier to look at and it's a little more appealing to the eye if you start light and kind of follow back heavy. And then the same goes with this side. I kind of did it backwards because I wanted my tanks to both be next to these shelves because it made them a little bit easier to see. I loved having these open shelves for my hats, and so I didn't want them to get hidden behind like having bulky sweaters or sweatshirts right here. So that's why I have tanks, and I kind of did that in reverse so that it kind of mirrored the other side. Anyways, broke it into athleisure and then more dressy everyday wear, went from tanks to short sleeves to long sleeves on both sides. And then down below I have my bottoms, so all of my denim, my casual wear into my workout wear. Obviously I didn't have a bar on this side, so this is an example where I'm just starting with athleisure and then moving my way down the bar, moving towards my more casual clothes. This one is probably a little bit more obvious, but I also always advocate for some color coding. So I always try to go in like color block order. You can see with my tanks over here, I went from whites to browns and then into like the reds, pinks, oranges, and down to blues and then blacks on the end. With these tanks over here, I don't really have a lot of color. You can see I still kind of tried to structure it by similar types, moving from lights to darks. And I want to talk for a second about actually utilizing your favorite belongings as like elevated decor pieces in your closet. So if you have shelf space or somewhere to kind of like show off your dressier heels or your fun bags, anything that you really like and want to be on display, definitely do that. For me, I have our wedding shoes out on display. These were previously all boxed up and I was never looking at them, so I just thought it would be really fun to have these out. And fun fact, I used to work as a professional organizer, and when I did closet projects, a lot of the times we would have little shelves where we would style the couple's wedding shoes. And I always kind of imagined or like thought about someday when I had my own closet and my own wedding shoes, that's what I really wanted to do. So I was super excited to have these out on display so I can just see them and enjoy them. And it's just a cute little organization moment. Don't look on this side. This is my husband's side of the closet, which I have not organized yet. That's gonna be part 2. And I'm actually going to do an entire video showing you step by step how I organize it. So here's your little peek. It's not categorized at all, but that is coming as part 2 if you want to watch closet organization from start to finish with a before and after. That is on its way. And then the biggest tip I can really give when it comes to organizing your closet is figuring out a way that's the most functional for you. So for example, on these shelves, I have all of my husband's denim and like his casual pants and all those things folded down. I definitely could have hung them and, you know, did like a little bottom pant moment on his side, but he just isn't grabbing these as much as he's grabbing his shorts. So it made way more sense to hang his shorts on the other side, which again, I'll show you in the next video. But this is just an example of figuring out things that work best for you. It might have been prettier to hang these and have, again, a nice little pant moment, but not the most functional because he doesn't grab them a lot. So having them folded down on a shelf made the most sense so we could leave the real estate for what he is grabbing the most. And then that brings me down to the shelf below. This bottom one is also going to be filled with sweats when I get them folded, but shelves are a great place to fold on your sweatpants. Sweatpants are not that great for drawers because they're so bulky. They will fill up the drawer space really fast. And then same goes with your hanging space. They don't look as neat and clean being hung. I mean, you definitely could, again, whatever's most functional for you, but they are going to take up more space than your thin leggings or your thin denim. So I always recommend folding down your bottoms if you don't have a shelving unit like this. Most closets will have this divided shelf. If you have like a 2-level, 2-tier situation, you can definitely utilize that. Or if you have bins and upper space, you can definitely throw your sweats up there, especially for the off season. If it's summertime, get them up and out of the way and then work them down when it's winter and it's time to wear them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. You can find all of the products I used in my closet linked below.